Cool. All right, you guys, it is 2 o'clock. I am a stickler for being on time. We are going to go ahead and get this started. We have 15 people in the room with us right now. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here.
We're also live streaming it on Facebook, so we'll have Jake monitoring that. So those of you on Facebook, please do also ask your questions. Hi, everybody. My name is William Huffman. I am a real estate agent in the state of Minnesota. I am team lead of RE/MAX Results of Good Life Group, and I am joined today by
Jake Bjornberg, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent in the state of Minnesota, and I am the director of sales for a Good Life Group.
Awesome. And Andrew Pepper is, yeah, go ahead, you guys. Yeah, drop your names and numbers in here because everybody that I see so far is pretty fantastic. And Andrew Pepper is a fantastic human being down in the Florida area. But I'm going to jump right into this, you guys. I have this awesome slide presented for us here. Please ask questions at any time. We're going to do a live demo of what I think needs to happen on your social media. And I will put this as a disclaimer that this is what I do. This is what I have done. This is how I have built my business. And this is how I continue to build my business. I'm very passionate about things that I do. I'm very like, yes, no. Jake might keep me in check over here. His number one is Woo on the Strength Finders. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the screen sharing here. So I am going to desktop. Share. All right.
There we go.
And present. All right, everybody. Welcome to Fanatical Prospecting as told by William Huffman. Now, I think I need to change the name of this because there's actually a book out there called Fanatical Prospecting, and it's a pretty good book. So just ignore that. But today we're going to talk about this. So what you'll learn from me in this presentation is how I do things, how I feel, how I know that we have built, Sarah and I have built our personal sphere of business and have maintained it and have grown it quite sufficiently. Who am I? Okay. Thank you, Heather, for this photo, but I did wear that outfit, so it's okay. Please send this to Vogue. I am very proud of this outfit here. I am team leader at a Good Life Group. Sarah Huffman is my wife. A few things about me. We have a podcast called Life Behind the Highlight Reel. I am on the board of directors of MAR, which is our local board of association here. I was a 2021 torchbearer for RE/MAX, which means I was 40 under 40. That's kind of cool.
What does 40 under 40 mean?
40 under 40 means it's a, thanks, Jake. Jake's here to make sure I answer the questions I should be answering. And 40 under 40 means top 40 agents for RE/MAX in our region under the age of 40. So it's a pretty big honor. I did age out this year. I'm now 41.
Is there a top 50 under 50 or
I don't think so.
Or
no, that'd just be ridiculous.
Just shy of Social Security.
Yeah. I hate Jordan. Hashtag I hate you, Jordan. I work out with a personal trainer. His name is Jordan. He's a fantastic human being. But I have started a hashtag and I stand by it. I do love the White Claws. It is a fantastic beverage. It's second only to a great old fashioned. And I am a social media whore. All right. Okay, here we go. Where I came from. Now, this is going to be a brief overview of some of the many jobs I have had. And this is probably my second career I've ever had. I've been a corn detasseler, a dishwasher. I was fired from that job. I've worked at fast food. I actually worked at McDonald's and Hardee's at the same time. I did furniture delivery and repo. That is interesting. I've sold shoes, a cab dispatcher, certified nursing assistant. I worked with developmentally challenged young adults. Cell phone sales is where I really cut my teeth. And then I worked at True Green Lawn Care for quite a long time. And that is where I really harnessed in my sales skills, but not necessarily my leadership skills.
Cell phone sales is actually where we met.
It is, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
T-Mobile Corporate in Blaine.
Yeah, working next to Will was my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Somehow we were always paired next to each other, and he was the only other loudest person in the room.
Yeah.
And I always hated that. So like I couldn't talk on the phone with Will next to me because he was talking louder than I was.
It was, which is I very rarely find somebody who can challenge me. I'll talk about True Green here just for a moment because True Green and the sales. So when I sold cell phones starting out, it was 100% commission. If you've never had a 100% commission job, you have to agree to eat. And in cell phone sales, I was the guy in 2001, 2002, as you're walking around for several years after that, you're walking around the mall. I was in a kiosk. What type of phone do you have? What type of phone do you have? because that is how I sustained myself. That's how I made a living. 100% commission. I learned Tiger, totally prepared, interact, give, encourage, reach. I started to learn these sales acronyms and sales processes and patterns. I did some jewelry sales for a while, and then I went back. Then I was at T-Mobile, excuse me. Then I was at True Green for six seasons, 7 seasons. And you guys, that's where I started door knocking. I've door knocked tens of thousands of doors. I've made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of cold calls. I'm not exaggerating when I say tens of thousands of doors. From March until Thanksgiving, we were door knocking, selling lawn care services and upcharges and nuisance pest control and aeration seedings. And in January, February, I was selling $10,000 in lawn care on the phone in Minnesota. So when I talk about painting a picture and meeting the clients where they're at and understanding what objections are, which we're not going to get into the sales process today, just know I've done it all. And how you're going to build a business is through active prospecting. But what we're going to talk about today is the other side of things, the passive side of things. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but just know anything that I'm going to tell you, I've done it. I've done it at a high level. And if you don't believe me, let's go. Let's go door knock right now. It's snowing outside and I'll sell lawn care. I got this. All right. Why? Great photo there. Why real estate? So I was licensed April of 2015. And Sarah and I, my wife, we got married in February 6th of 2015. In January, we were out looking for houses. I went to 47 open houses in 2 weekends as an unrepresented buyer. I found them on Zillow. I had routing software. I made my own routes. Like I am a client's worst. You
were kind of an agent before you were an agent.
Yeah, but I'm also an agent's worst nightmare. Like I'm that guy. I would walk into the open house and be like, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Whatever. My name is William. I have about 7 minutes here because I have 32 more houses to get to today. If you have any questions, please feel free to follow me around the property. Here's my card. Do you happen to have the sheet, please?" I would walk in and I would really just throw people off of their game if they had any. And that wasn't my intent. Really?
If they had it.
Yeah. Sorry.
You got it or you don't.
Yeah. That wasn't my intent really, but my intent was I had a house to find. And Sarah was at her bachelorette party in Nashville. And that was what I was doing. Well, she came back the second weekend and I had a few to finish up and a few I wanted to bring her to. And we went to this one house, and don't worry, Sarah, babe, if you're watching, I won't tell the whole story. But we went to this one property, and we were looking in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. So I mean, it's a nice purchase price here in Minnesota, and especially back in 2015. We walked into this one property, and it was a really poorly done rehab. And the gentleman goes, "So what do you think of the property?" And Sarah goes, "Oh God, oh God." And I'm like, I literally said, I literally said to the agent, I'm like, "Are you asking because you want to know? Or are you asking because you're being nice and it's what you should do?" And he said, "No, I really want to know." So I said, "All right, do you have a few moments?" I walked him around the property and I started pointing out deficiencies, and I was kind of being a smart ass. And, but I was serious. Like Sarah knows that if you ask me a question and you better want to know the answer, because I'm going to tell you. Well, we were walking out of that house, and we're getting married in a couple weeks here. My wife's texting me now. We're getting married in a couple weeks, and Sarah goes, "You're getting into real estate." And I was like, "What?" So that was the extent of how I got into real estate, because my wife told me so. There's that story. So what I'm doing now, why should you be here? Why should you listen to me? Why is this relevant at all? Sarah and I have sold just over $100 million in real estate since I've been licensed in April of 2015. That's not including our team. This year we'll do about $26 million in volume. Our team was voted 2021 Minnesota's best, 3rd place, whatever, but still, I'll take it. That's pretty awesome, right?
That's pretty good.
You're on the podium, bronze. And I'll serve on the board of directors for MAR. I'm also on a couple other committees. My wife, Sarah, is on several committees as well. She's on the board of trustees. She's on some gala committees. Like, we're extremely involved in the real estate community. And quite frankly, we operate at a very high level. And my wife and I, we host Life Behind the Highlight Reel. It's a really fun podcast. It's not real estate specific. It's just a really good time. All right. Types of prospecting. Oh my gosh. Really? I hope.
Did we lose it?
I hope not. I don't think so.
I know we're still live on Facebook.
Good. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Somebody tried to call me. There are two types of prospecting. I told you I'm really good at this. There are two types of prospecting in my eyes. There's active and passive. Quick is door knocking and calling. Direct outreach is active. Passive is mailers, social media, open house, and stuff like that. So what is active prospecting? And I promise we're getting to the social media stuff here, guys. What is active prospecting? Active prospecting is you control the number of at-bats or opportunities that you have. How many dials, how many knocks? I mean, those are, in my opinion, the two only true active prospecting where you control the amount of outreaches you have.
I know you're gonna get to this, but I want to hit it now.
Yeah.
A lot of people assume that open houses is active prospecting. Explain really quickly why it's not.
Okay, I don't believe open houses are prospecting because you do the actions in order to get people into the property, but you have to rely on somebody else to respond to something that you put out there. You have to rely on them walking in the door. Now, once they're in the door, absolutely, you're not prospecting, you're not presenting. But if they don't walk through the door, you can't control anything.
Kind of the same idea as a Facebook post. You
Correct.
post it up and you pray somebody responds.
Yeah, that's about it. Absolutely. Yep. Cool. And just so you know, guys, we are going to get to all questions at the end here. I will answer everything. If you want any of these slides, I'll give them to you. There's nothing to sign up for. There's nothing to pay. And I am going to be announcing a cool event that we're going to be doing every month going forward. Types of active prospecting, a circle prospecting hybrid farming area, dominating an area, circle prospecting just listeds, circle prospecting when you buy or listeds, we call that matchmaking. So say if you have a buyer who tries to buy a house and they miss out and you one of 12 offers and you're in the top 3, you can start calling the neighbors and say, hey, I literally have a buyer who tried to buy your neighbor's house and they missed out. We were in the top 3 of offers. Is there any chance you'd be interested in selling? And then for sale by owners, cancels, and expireds. Circle prospecting, I'm going to keep going here pretty quick. I want to get to the good stuff, but this is how we circle prospect. Another circle prospect, and once again, I will send you guys these slides. Missed opportunities, FSBO, cancels, and expireds. Now, what is passive prospecting? Now we're going to get into the meat and taters here, everybody. Passive prospecting is you're hoping somebody responds to what you put out there, what you put out into the world. It's your marketing, it's your signs, it's your door knockers, it's your flyers, it's this. This is a form of marketing. Types of passive prospecting are events and open houses, mailers, and social media. All right. Events and open houses, we're not really talking about that today, so we'll go ahead and kind of skip through that. Mailers, pretty self-evident. We're going to skip through that. And then social media. All right, everybody, this is what you've been waiting for. And this is what I want to talk about. Your Facebook is, I'm going to bring this to us here quick. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Facebook for a few minutes here. And then if somebody wants me to, I can jump onto their Facebook and give them direct feedback, or I can use Jake's Facebook if we don't get any volunteers here. Aaron, it is a little bit cold here. Excuse me, it's snowing outside. So it was. So your Facebook is no longer your Facebook. What do you mean? Your Facebook, if you're in sales, becomes an extension of you and your ability to generate income. You don't post left, you don't post right, you post about puppies and kittens. How can you take that and how can you leverage a social media tool like Facebook to generate money? Let me kind of show you here.
Why puppies and kittens and not political views or what why? Go dive into that for just a second.
Okay, absolutely. Reason being is, if you're in sales, a lot of things come down to dollars and cents. Does it make dollars? If it does it make sense? And if it does, great. We don't want to, I have friends who think differently than I do when it comes to politically. That's fine. They're still my friend. But when they think of real estate, I want them to think of me. Now, there are some people who are going to strongly disagree with me on this, and I don't care. That's fine, because this is it's my live stream. Just be very honest here. But how I do it and how I've made money is I don't go left, I don't go right, I don't get political. But I do talk about relevant things that are in the media. Does that help?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Here we go. Happy to volunteer. Amy Murphy. Okay. Okay, cool. I got a couple people here. Yeah, awesome. I will absolutely, I can take a few of you. So I'm gonna go back to screen sharing here. And I'm gonna keep going through some of these slides. Oh, whoa, my photos. You guys, I am super good at this.
It's full of selfies too.
Yeah, it is full of
That's all you're
selfies.
gonna get.
Yeah, it's tons of selfies. All right, here's my social media. Okay. I'm gonna show you how to deep dive into somebody's profile. I'm gonna show you how to look at photos and to see how they spend their time and how to have meaningful engagement with them. I'm also gonna tell you that don't be afraid to call them and offer help if they see something. On birthdays and special occasions, send a DM. If you want to call them, go ahead and call them on their birthday, but don't call with an ulterior motive. Just call them and wish them a happy birthday. At a minimum, you send a direct message. Don't post on their wall. Nobody cares about that. Or if you want to go crazy, order a cameo for them, one of their favorite celebrities.
People do care about that.
People-
But you just blend
yeah.
in with the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're trying to stand out.
Okay, so this kind of gets into, I'm just going to dive right in here. And I'm gonna go and I'm going to, hang on here, guys. Let's go to, thank you for your patience on here. Who was the first person that said that I could pick on them? Pics from bad screenshots of handmaids on Toto. Okay, happy to volunteer. Amy Murphy. All right, Amy, I'm gonna go to yours here. Give me 1 second. And this is where I want you guys to. I wonder if this is you, Amy Murphy. Hold on.
Any relation to Charlie?
Yeah, in relation to Charlie. Screen share. Share. Amy, is this you by any chance right here? Yes, this will be recorded and I will share all of that with everybody. All right. Sorry, you guys, I am not that great at this. All right, we'll just go to, I don't know if I can, if Amy Murphy's. Lake Sotheby. Okay, cool. Amy Murphy Lakes.
It's SOTH, not SOU.
Well, you guys, this is horrible. I'm doing bad at this. I'm going to somebody I know who I have on here. Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right, Paige, here we go. You guys, we're gonna jump into this, so thank you for sticking with me on that. So a few things Paige has going on here that are really good. She has her picture right there. That is fantastic. The background, I would probably update that. I would probably want something on there that's going to show a little bit more of who she is and what she does. Okay, all this is great right here. This is perfect. An under contract post, that's okay. Talking about bar here, so posted 17 hours ago, posted 23 hours ago. Okay, so now let's say, here we go. This is a good one right here. Well, here, okay, first thing I'm going to say is you're sharing from your business page a lot. I would probably stop that. The algorithm doesn't like that. If you want this photo to be there, I would download the photo, copy the photo, and post it. Sharing from your business page is a really poor way to promote yourself.
Sidetrack it right there really quickly, because we're going to go down another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Why business page versus personal? Why does business page matter but not matter?
Yeah, don't hit the table.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Okay, business page, I'll talk about this very quick. Business page is a must-have because it needs to be a proof point that you're a real estate agent. Nobody gives a crap though about your business page. Nobody. And nobody gives a crap that you're a real estate agent until they need you. So you want to have a business page and post stuff there every now and then to keep it alive and active. But realistically, on your personal page, you just want you, because that's who people want to work with. Okay, so let's go here. Let's say, okay, we got a lot of shares and a lot of small business, PSA, a lot of shares. So what I would say to you here is you need to create your own content. And if you want to steal something, go ahead and steal it. But sharing stuff, I would definitely get away from as much as possible. Well, let me see if I can find a good one that's going to kind of help me. Okay, here you go. This one right here, Paige. This is a fantastic photo right here. There's nothing about business, and it's by far the one that you've had the most engagement on because people care about you. Amy Murphy raised their hand. Just a minute here, Amy. So this is a great one. So how do you, why does Amy keep raising her hand? Sorry, Amy, just gonna have to hold on there. I don't know, I can't, yellow top. Okay, I'll get back to that, Amy. I'll get it. So right here, this is a fantastic opportunity. These are 242 people who raised their hand and said, I like you. I like your family. I think this is amazing. And I want to be a part of this. You touched 242 people with this one post. And there were 32 comments on here. Let's go ahead. And here we go. Gina did a heart. You liked it. Liking is okay. Wow, great family. You commented. Great. You're doing good. Okay, you're just doing the heart thing here. Okay, we're a quarter of the way there. So how you can elevate this, how you can take this post to the next level and really truly possibly generate income from this. Good Lord. I'm going to turn this off. Is by being very mindful on what you want to do here. So the first thing is you have 242 people who have liked this post here. What I would do is I would go through this, and anybody that's not a friend, add them obviously, but this is your post, so I'm not going to add all your friends. But if you're scrolling through here and you see somebody that you haven't connected with in a while, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to say it's Nicole, right? Say you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to Nicole in a very long time. I wonder how she's doing. What you're going to do is you're going to click into their profile. And what you're going to do is you're going to spend some time going through their stuff. And what you want to do is comment on something. Right here, this one only has one comment. I would say, looks like an awesome cold time. And you're gonna be like, well, Will, why am I commenting on this? Why am I watching this right now? Because what I just ensured is the next time I post something, Nicole is going to have a better chance of the algorithm of seeing it. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go back. Now, you know what? I'm going to use, well, I'm going to tie this into business a little bit more here. Now, this page right here, you're under contract, okay? You had 19 people like this, and there was only one comment, and you didn't reply to that comment. If you were to reply to this comment, what you were doing below was like a little emojis and little thanks. So that's awesome. Now, don't get me wrong, that's good. But any comment that you make needs to be intentional, needs to be original. And it needs to be preferably a question that they can actually answer and that you can engage with them and actually have a conversation. So if they say great photo and you haven't talked to them for a while, or you don't know who they are, what you would do is click on them, scroll down through, kind of see what they got going on in their life, go back to the comment that they made and reply, thanks, I absolutely love it myself. Hey, I see you guys were at the Grand Canyon last year. That looked like fun. What brought you there? Do you see how that could be time consuming? But do you see how that is so much more impactful and more powerful than just saying great photo or thanks, or I really appreciate that? Does that make sense? Am I making sense here, Jake?
Yeah, so to break it down a little bit further, when you're commenting and they're commenting back and there's kind of a back and forth conversation, all of their friends are also going to see
Yes.
the post that they put on your
Yep.
comment, on your picture, which gets their friends now involved and gets you even a larger audience at that point too.
Yeah. So what I would do is when you have a large thing like this, everybody that comments, now this, let me back this up. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. If somebody is commenting on your stuff and you don't want them to be a part of your universe, you don't want them to be a part of your sphere, don't engage with them and don't ask them how they're doing, because it's not genuine. It's not real. Now, if you genuinely want them to be a part of your social life and maybe even your social sphere life and maybe in real life, then yes, engage with them and really make sure, yeah, you're good, Zane. And really make sure that you are doing this intentionally. Okay, wow, we're zooming through. We're at 2:30 here.
Zooming through.
Does that make sense? My mouse was, oh, sorry for raising my hand. My mouse is going, not a problem. Okay, there's a lot about reposting on here. You guys, you don't want to repost things. Reposting things very infrequently, as little as possible. Original content is what gets the algorithm up. And I don't want to talk about that too much, but if there's something you like, copy it and then post it, but don't share it. Let's see what other questions we have here. The audio stopped working for me. Nobody else has said anything yet. Okay, we're good. I can't get my Instagram to feed to my personal page, only business page. So I have to repeat posts to my personal page. Who is saying that? Amy, let's connect offline on that specific question. I'll gladly help you out with that. I'll dive more into that. Okay, let's see what I have for. So, okay. Find new sphere contacts. Have somebody you want to connect with. Be more aggressive. I kind of say this tongue in cheek, but it's true. If there's somebody that I want to be a part of their sphere and I want them in my sphere, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of inject myself into their lives. I'm going to go to their page. I'm going to comment on their stuff. I'm kind of, for a lack of better word, going to be aggressively friendly. I'm going to stalk them a little bit, look for mutual friends, create a post and tag them and tag your future sphere of influence contact and your mutual friend. Offer value, provide connections to be genuinely helpful. All of this is to take the goal of all of this is, I know I've kind of been all over the place here. It's my first time presenting this. So hopefully there's been some value here. I think most of the people are still on, so that's good.
Go back a slide quick.
Yeah.
When you say genuinely helpful, like,
yeah,
what is it? It's offer value. What, I mean,
okay.
What does that mean?
All right. Great question, Jake. Thank you for keeping me.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like
some of it you can zoom through, but don't zoom through the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. By the way.
I wasn't screen sharing that time. Okay. It was just us. I wasn't screen sharing. They didn't see what I was talking about.
It's important that we saw what was going on though.
Yeah, super good. If somebody says, hey, I need some help, and you offer, you better really mean that you're going to help them. If they say, I would love that help, you better not, don't be like, oh, just kidding. I only meant it because it sounded like the right thing to do. If somebody reaches out for help and you say, hey, I'd love to help, be ready for a phone call or call them, better yet. Just don't make a vague book answer. Call them and say, hey, I would love to be of assistance. Does that?
Yeah, kind of an example of that. Let's say your friend asks for an electrician and you could be one of 400 people that
Yep.
comments and tags your electrician.
Yep.
Or I've seen you do it. I've seen Sarah do it really well. Call them and tell them who to use.
Yep.
Or send them a Facebook video message. That goes a really long ways.
Mhm.
Send them a direct message, something, connect with them offline where you're not just going to blend in with the crowd. Provide actual value, don't just blend it.
And send or a group text message
There you go.
with your electrician and that person.
Yep.
That works really, really well. We need a Peloton together, Andrew. All right, yeah, we'll Peloton, buddy.
He's on like
It's
his
all
third
good.
ride.
Yeah, I'm on my fifth one. Screen share here. Go back. All right. So that's what Jake was talking about right there. Offer value for them and be genuine. What is the goal for this? The goal of anything is to take the conversation out of the digital space and into the real world. Fanatical social media prospecting is a full-time job. One post, that post page that you had 252 likes on, that could take you 8, 9, or 10 hours to dive into all those people's worlds and be relevant in them and comment something on their stuff because it's reciprocal.
That doesn't need to be 8, 9, 10 hours in a row.
No,
That could be
no,
spread out.
but it could. I mean, if you want to go ham on it, you could. Here are some of the systems that we use. I just throw this in here because people always ask a lot. What do you use? We use Follow Boss, Sisu, Canva, just a wide variety of things here. Here's our team. I have a few other things that I'm going to touch on before I log off here. This is our team. This is who we are. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I am going to stop screen share. And so sorry for the hand. Okay. So Will and Sarah are great for being real. We are, thank you. However, making a conversation around truly caring about whoever they are, working to serve. Absolutely. Amy Murphy. All right, let me see if I can find yours again. Give me just a moment here. I know this is riveting, you guys.
There you go.
There we are. Okay, Amy, I am going to bring it up here and I am going to screen share with you. All right, Amy, this is perfect. I love this. So there's your Lake Sotheby's. That's cool. They know exactly who you are. And there's a wonderful photo of you. Love it. I would fill out the intro a little bit here, just a little bit. Amy, I'm going to add you as a friend. I hope that's okay. Because that's what you should do. It's a race to 5,000 friends. I didn't even get to there yet. All right, are we friends now? I sent you a request there. So your post 4 hours ago. Okay, I like that it's moving and it's a video. Okay, that's fantastic right there. This looks like you shared this from Instagram to your page here. And this is to your personal page, it looks like. Facebook doesn't really care that much about hashtags, but that's okay. Nothing compares highlights and headlines to secure by it. All right. Okay, one right there. Business post. Okay, this is a great post right here. Now, Amy, if I wanted to, here we go. This is a good one right here. Attitude of gratitude. Absolutely love that. So what you need to do right here is you need to come to these 23 people, Kelly Tanky, Gino. I know a lot of these people, great humans. If you see someone here that you haven't interacted a long time with, what you'll do is you'll just dive right into their profile and comment on it. Here we go. Let's look at these comments. Happy Thanksgiving. You know what, right here, Amy, this is an opportunity where, now why is this so important? If you do 5 posts a week and they get 20 engagement, that's 100 more impressions than you had before the week started. So why it's so important to have a specific response is with Happy Thanksgiving right there. I wouldn't do the hearts. What I would do is I would go to Mary's page and I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. And I would find something that was relevant to her right here. Like she likes this, with the grass green on the other side. I would comment on this. I would say, I absolutely love this quote. Thank you for sharing. I might actually steal this. Then I would come back to this post and I would reply, I just absolutely loved that post that you made a couple weeks ago. Thank you for sharing. How have you and the family been? We should get together. You see how that can take a lot more time to respond, but how that's such a much more meaningful touch point than just 3 hearts, 3 hearts, 3 hearts. Amy, are you even trying? Not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean here, but you're giving every single interaction the same response. Why should they engage with you if you're not giving them a genuine, authentic response? And if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you want to take your social media presence to the next level and have you be a top of mind for them, you have to have, please don't be, oh, 3 hearts. Yeah, see what I'm saying, Amy? Does that mean I'm not trying to pick on you, but I'm picking on you?
She asked.
Yeah. This is gorgeous right here. This is great. Look at this. This is a fun photo. Fantastic. Lots of hashtags. I have a feeling you're really big on social media, or excuse me,
Instagram.
I get lost sometimes. Love this feedback. I haven't known how. Okay, good. Are you big on Instagram? Amy, is that where a lot of your stuff is, and then you're sharing it to your Facebook? Because if you are, stop that immediately, please. You are. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. You're going. Sorry, Amy. You want to. They are owned by the same company, but they compete. They have separate P&Ls. They are separate businesses. They are entities that strive for your attention, and they don't want you going to the other one. Facebook is Facebook. Instagram is Instagram. All these hashtags, they don't mean anything on Facebook. And somebody like me who's Facebook heavy knows that you're an Instagram person and you don't really care about this post because it just automatically shared over, or maybe you did share it. You can post the same stuff. Instagram cares about the photo and the hashtags and the video. Facebook doesn't really care about the hashtag. And you were posting a lot of business stuff on your personal page here, you guys. All right, we're doing it. We are going to, oh, video, here we go. Love it. But you shared it. You guys, videos inherently get a ton more engagement. This is 2 videos. You got, I see a champagne. I see a champagne dispensing machine here.
Have you ever actually seen that?
No.
No.
Neither have I.
Nope.
But it only has 2 likes because Facebook said, screw you. You didn't care enough to actually post the video to my platform. So that's what that is.
That was a big aha moment for me yesterday when I'm a serials liker and share. That's what I like to do. And I learned a ton on this yesterday too, but I didn't know that when you share a video or a photo or something like that, that you didn't get as much automatic interaction or automatic, feed.
Significantly
love.
Less.
So that was a huge takeaway for me yesterday, was learning that.
So right here on top, you guys, loud and proud, William Huffman, Minneapolis Area Realtors Board of Directors. Got my little brand, like sneaky, like cutesy up there. Got a photo of me and my beautiful wife. We're gonna come down here. Here's the pertinent information. There it is. And this is just a quick little video right there. We're not gonna go into that too much. Now, this is where Sarah shared something and tagged it. That already has 10 right there. And this is my wife. She knows right here. She responds, when you back in town, let's go, we can get a reservation. That is how you respond to a comment. She truly means that. That person knows that. That's not a, oh, me too, I just love it. That is a genuine outreach and response. I get tagged in a lot of stuff. So here's Ali Masa. Right here, here's my post. Let's go to something. I've been taking a lot of posts, you guys. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm a social media whore. Here you go. Also, I didn't even talk about like your memories yet and how to utilize that. So, but let's talk about this. Say you have a post up and it's not getting the engagement you want. Edit it. That'll work. But here we go. This is where I'm gonna have some time to. I need to get in here and. So right here, lazy equals unmotivated. I absolutely agree, but maybe some people just need a little more help than others. Spell check is my absolute friend. Whoa,
Not the source.
not the source. So that's how you respond. Little videos like this, you know, these are great. They're very slow. You get a lot of very easy. You get a lot of interaction. Here's me again. Things that you can post about. If you're like, I don't know what to post about what you're passionate about. Post about your normal everyday life. Post about whatever you got going on. A lot of you may know I'm on a Peloton journey. Right here, 122 likes. You may be thinking, oh my gosh, that is a lot. That's a good amount, but because I'm so active on social media and I have so many interactions on it, that's not a super a lot. Here we go. Here's that photo. Look familiar? 106, 21 comments, another video, 10 comments. So, okay. Oh, here it is. This is my first post of actually about work right here. You guys, this is my first actual real post about work that I've made. December 3rd. This is a picture of the building. Rise and grind. You know, right here, when you're posting and needing help, I need an electrician. Had a bunch of people reach out to me. It was fantastic. Now, I don't curse a lot on my social media. I said keep everything left and right. Now, this is something that is relevant right here. And I said, this shit has to stop. I said, don't make it political. I'm not throwing blame, not throwing shade. You know, here we go. I shared something again, December 1st. That's just on my page as an advertisement. I hate you, Jordan. So I'm going to stop sharing here. So I hope, and what, if you had a post a long time ago that say you're going through your memories every day, which I do, and you have a post that was phenomenal, go in there and if you didn't respond to everybody, respond to everybody. Start that conversation there. I know I've kind of all over the place on this. I could talk about this for hours, and I would, but I said I'd keep this at 2:45. Now this is I've just touched the surface on this. And if you want to talk more about this, I'll absolutely sit down with anybody and talk about this. Feel free to shoot me an email, william@agoodlifegroup.com or 651-278-2089. Before I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. Are there any questions we have here? So Amy says it's super helpful. Good. I'm glad I was helpful right there. What a great first run. Loads of good info. So glad to have joined. I'm glad you were here too, Chantel. Thank you so very much. Andrew, you are the man. Chris, Mansfield, Pennsylvania. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Amy Murphy, yeah, we already chatted. Zane, yes, the recording will be there. Aaron, you're welcome. I can send you these if you want. I can chat more about this. I love being in person. And what I'm going to do right now, there are 23 people still on here. So 23 of you have a chance to win a gift card right now. And every single one of you is going to win a gift card if you do this one thing. Text me your address. I'm not going to spam you. I swear to God, this is not a recruiting technique. None of that bull crap. The ones I have coming up are recruiting techniques. I'm not going to lie there. This one is not. This one is just for us to truly just give this a run and bring value. You text me 651-278-2089. 651-278-2089.
One more time.
651-278-2089.
Oh, there's the first ding.
Yeah. Guys, text me your address and I'm mailing you a gift card. I'm going to limit to 100 people because I forgot about the Facebook Live replay here. So
2789?
651-278-2089. So you text me your address and I'm going to send you a gift card. Now, I'm going to also tell you this. We are going to be doing in-person live events. I promise I'll give yours to Major Joe. I got you. That's super cool, man. I'm we're gonna be doing in live person events. Now, I like to stand up, I like to move around, I like to talk. And I think I'm much better with a live
I find
audience.
myself leaning in weird places.
Yeah. So the first Tuesday of every month, we're gonna be at Omni Brewery. And I should have waited to have you text me. You guys are awesome. The first Tuesday of every month at Omni Brewery, we're going to have the room there. First beer's on us. We're going to have sponsors, and we're going to be doing in live events. We're also going to have an option like this where we have a camera and a microphone and all that stuff. But we're going to be there in person, providing value, talking to you, tackling things one-on-one, and I feel there's a void right now of people who want to get together but can't. So those of you who are comfortable being in person, we're going to bring you that option. Those of you who want the content but don't feel comfortable going out right now, I totally understand that. I am not judging you one bit. I'm going to meet you where you're at, and we're going to have a virtual video content like this as well. So what's that phone? That phone is 651-278-2089. That is my cell phone number. You text me your address. I'm going to send you a gift card to Starbucks.
We did have a couple questions on Facebook.
Oh yeah, please.
Let's see. First one, back up to Miss Sarah. I think we covered this already. Why shouldn't you share right from Insta? It's convenient. We did go through that, did we not?
Yeah, so you don't want to share from Instagram or vice versa because the algorithms don't like it, is the short answer. It's just they just don't like it.
And then Diane, thank you for the comments. She put, how many posts a day do you recommend? I may have missed that part.
As many as you're comfortable with. So sometimes I will post 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day. If I feel that I want to share something that is enjoyable to me and I'm passionate about, go for it. Because guess what? The people who enjoy you and your content are going to consume it and they're going to enjoy it. We all know when you guys do a forced post. We all know, like, oh, they're posting because they feel like they have to. Post stuff about your dogs, post stuff about your kids, post stuff about awesome bathtubs if you're doing showings. So how do I do that with, well, you said don't talk about real estate, right?
How many pictures do we have back and forth of, you started it with
Yeah.
in the bathtub.
So how you do that is you're like, you guys, I have to show you something. I am in one of the craziest houses I've ever seen in my life. Check out this bathtub. And then you're in it. Man, I love this. This is so cool. All right, I actually got to get back to work. The clients are waiting for me. Talk to you later. Bye. Did I say I'm a real estate agent? Did I say I want to work with you? Did I say please send me a referral? No, I told you I'm in real estate without telling you tell me you're in real estate without telling me you're in real estate. That's what I did there. So whatever you're passionate about, post. I post 7, 10, 12 times a week easily. I didn't even talk about going into Facebook Lives, but the algorithm's treating them a little differently, but they're still a fantastic way to engage with people.
One of the things that we haven't talked about at all is you went through this before, and I'm kind of going through it now. It's okay to have it feel forced off the bat.
Yes.
Because you're going to get more comfortable.
Yes.
Like right now, I'm starting to mentally think of when I should be posting more.
Yep.
And I'll think of something, so I'll throw it online real quick.
Yeah.
But when I say I'm way better at just speaking than I am at strategically typing something.
Yeah.
That will become more natural as time goes on. I know that, but I'm going through the rough patch now. It's okay to feel that way, to go through that system and just post something. And then eventually it will get much more polished and refined.
The interaction, the person that you're interacting with should never be forced, because you should want to interact with them.
Yep.
But getting in the habit of having that proper interaction, the proper engagement, it's a new habit, and you do have to retrain yourself.
Right.
If you want to use your social media for a proper tool. All right, Kathy Jamber. My pleasure, Kathy. Anything else?
That was all we had for questions. A lot of thank yous. Thank you everybody for being on.
Yeah, and we'll send everybody here an invite to our in-person event. I promise the conversation will be a little more smoother. I'm more of a conversationalist back and forth. It's a little difficult just talking to a camera and a microphone, because then I get lost in my own
It's
head.
hard to remember to even look at the camera.
Yeah.
Keep looking over here.
Yeah, because I want to like, oh, you look so
Here.
good.
Thank you, Sarah, for
Yeah.
reminding me over and over again, but here I am.
Look at the camera.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. If we don't have anything else, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate all of you. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
See you guys.
Deuces.